It's finally here. All the hype, all the anticipation, everything has finally come to fruition. Absolute Batman #1 is on sale, and I'm going to do my review for it. Now, just to be perfectly straightforward here, I know there's some people who have not read Absolute Batman yet. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do a more, should I say, a broad overview of it. I'm not going to show every page and everything like that, because I know some people want to do it. Yes, there are going to be some spoilers in here, but I'm going to talk mostly about the context of the book, how it works, how it comes together. Does it work? Does it not? That, and then I will give my rating for it. So without further ado, let's dive into Absolute Batman #1. Now, the first thing you need to understand going into this book is that you can't think about it too deeply. If you do think about it too deeply, things aren't going to make sense, and I'll explain why in a little bit. The overall layout of it actually does not look bad. The art style and the way that they're presenting things actually works because of what you're actually trying to accomplish in this story. It's structured in such a way that it has some meaning and something going forward to what you're trying to do. So there is that. There is this whole thing about it as to the story that they're trying to tell and the way that it's set up. Now, when you do encounter Bruce Wayne, this guy is freaking huge, right? I mean, you could tell from the cover and everything that he's using, but this guy is really freaking huge, right? Like almost bloody gigantic. Like I said before, this guy looked like he's been juicing up since he was 8. It's absolutely astounding how big he really is. And he is at this gym, and the gym is owned by basically, Killer Croc, but he's not Killer Croc. Understand me? He's not Killer Croc in this at all. The thing is that in this universe, basically all of Batman's criminals, well, members of his rogues gallery, actually are kind of friends of Bruce Wayne. When they were younger, you saw them there, and Bruce is at Killer Croc's gym. Well, I guess you could say like Waylon Jones, that's his name, but Waylon's gym, and he's punching this punching bag and ends up breaking, well, basically busting the bag. Like I said, this guy is gigantic and huge, ripped to the core. You understand me? So first thing you notice is that the layout of the criminals actually has changed. He is more the criminals. Some of his rogues gallery are actually his friends. You get to see that even Catwoman is there and all. You have Penguin and all this other stuff. They are his childhood friends, so they aren't doing stuff like this any way, shape, or form. Now, what's going on in Gotham City is that there is this crazy group of people called party animals who wear these weird-looking skull masks, and they just go off and kill people left, right, and center. I mean, they're killing police officers, they're hacking entire families to pieces, and they're enjoying it, stomping on people's face until they're dead. All of this drama, all of this madness is going on in one form or another. And the mayor of Gotham City is Jim Gordon, right? And he's black because, they have to do that. And everybody's pissed off at him because of all these party animals and these attacks that they're doing and all this stuff that's going on with all the people that they're literally killing and stuff. And he's telling them how, he's working to get this stuff under control, to try and stop what's going on. But these people, these party animals and them, they have, they're not sure how they're doing this, so they try to work with them. He's with the police and they get around, and then somebody basically, the police, the party animals just torched a station 2 hours ago. It's all over the news again. And I'm like, what in God's name is really going on? Because this is not just normal, criminal stuff. This is literal war. If you were telling me that this group who are heavily armed are murdering people every day, torching police stations, that is saying something. That is really saying something. And while they're at the meeting, someone throws a grenade in, and in comes the party animals. They open fire, they hit Jim Gordon. They're looking to do all of this stuff, and they want to take out everything and the other. And then one of them gets pulled outside, and Barbara Gordon, of course, is race swap because, it's her father is black and all of that stuff. And then we get introduced to seeing Batman. And they open fire at him, but the cape is bulletproof. He throws the tear gas, comes down there, and you get to see Batman fighting with this stuff. And like I said, the cape is bulletproof, and he uses his cape a lot. Right? The cape grabs people, throws them, real stuff, throwing people into this thing, slamming them into posts, double kicking the crap out of them, and all of this is going on there. And then a whole set of them come at him wielding knives, guns, all kind of stuff. He pulls off his ears, blades, and he attacking them and stuff. But here's the thing in regards to what happened with this Batman, the way that this stuff works out, and the way you see him fighting, like he's got a lot of blades on him. Right? It's like everywhere. Like I said, his ears, wraps on his arm, everything. But you see, as they go through, they talk about how, he's trained in mixed martial art, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, all this sort of stuff. And then going on as to that's his training, baseline for his training and all of this stuff. And Alfred is the one who's basically talking about all of this because, Alfred is no longer his butler at all in this. He has a completely different role involved in everything. And Batman is very brutal and precise and all of this stuff, taking them out and thing. And this one shows up there, this giant, this cleaver, and he comes there. And yes, confirmation again, Batman's symbol on his chest is an axe. I don't know, it just doesn't work for me, but people chops the guy's hand clean off and all of this. And then even when he does it and stuff, you see all the different blades and stuff all over his suit and thing here. It kind of makes him look a little demonic if you really think about it, the way that whole thing looks to rule. And they take off, the party animals take off running, right? And now earlier, Alfred was saying that, he's precise and all that stuff, but he isn't killing anybody, he's injuring them bad and all that. But when the party animals take off running, Batman literally sets off this bomb, right? Blowing them up. And I don't care how clearly your plan. Once you set off a bomb, people are going to die. That's a given. So that's what he's doing there. Now, when you get to it now, it's very easy to determine who Batman is in this universe that is Bruce Wayne, because one, like I said, the guy is literally gigantic. That's the thing about it. But he's only 24 years old. Okay. But when you look over the entire history of what they've done in regards to him and the way that they try to play it out, certain things don't make sense. You understand me? Because they put it up there that, he's got this genius IQ, he studied applied mechanics, chemistry, criminal psychology, military theory, socio-cultural history, and all this stuff. And apparently he traveled all over the world, I don't know how, and he came back to Gotham City and he started working at the power grid. Then he worked at the sanitation department. Then he was an intern at City Hall. Then he went back to being an engineer. The way this Batman is structured, this is someone who you would expect to go and learn some karate or mixed martial art at his local gym or community center, something like that, and then decide to go out there and fight. Nothing in how this thing structures works in the way the original Bruce Wayne would have done, where he traveled the world learning all these different stuff and things like that. It doesn't work out like that, because you're saying that he's only 24 years old, but yet he's already had like about, I don't know, like 6 or 7 different jobs. He's traveled the world and learned all this other thing, even though he was literally getting in trouble and stuff and thing. But then he went to college, and it just doesn't add up. The way that they try to play this out, that's why I say, if you don't think about this too deeply, it's not a problem. It works as an Elseworld story. It really does. It actually comes off very nicely and everything like that. But again, when you try to put too much thought into it, it doesn't actually, add up with what's going on. For anybody from an outside perspective who wants to investigate who Batman is, you merely have to just look at what Bruce Wayne has done. Because, for one thing, he's already got the muscle mass and height of how Batman looks. So that's a big giveaway right there. You understand me? Even if he is this smart kind of thing, common sense would have dictated that, he gets smart enough to earn some money and make himself wealthy so he could finance being Batman. But he doesn't do that. He just works a normal city job as an engineer, which, last time I checked, engineers get paid pretty damn high, but apparently he doesn't. And all of this, when you just structure together his work history, that you would pretty much come to the conclusion that this guy is up to something. It doesn't work in the context of the original Bruce Wayne, who literally could have hid who he was, use fake names while traveling around the world, come off as the party boy while hiding his real identity. This Bruce Wayne just goes to work, sulks around, and doesn't go out with his friends or anything like that, while being absolutely massive and having a very complicated and almost suspicious work history. So it's already there. You understand me? It's really and truly already there. And he doesn't have a bat cave. He doesn't have a bat cave in respect to anything like that. He does have a headquarters, but it's not situated in a bat cave or anything at all. It just is the way that it is. Again, as I said, the action scenes are not bad. The way things are structured are actually really good. And when you think about it, the most impressive part about this Batman really boils down, again, as I say, to his cape. Because this cape literally allows him to fly it, bulletproof it, all these different things. It's actually really structured well and done really nicely. So overall, what I would say is that it's a really good Elseworld story. The action scenes that we get are actually really nice. The party animals, of course, there is somebody behind all of this and the other. So it's a good conspiracy there. If you are interested in checking out a Batman story that is a fresh take, a Elseworlds thing, but still has the brutality and stuff like that you may be interested in, yes, I highly recommend you check out this. However, if you think about it too much and dig too deep into certain things, a lot of the elements of it that it's trying to play off doesn't make sense, and that's just from issue 1. Right? The art style looks good. The story does have some problems. It does have some problems there, but not enough to turn off anybody. Give Absolute Batman #1 a 4.4 out of 5. It's actually a really good story. Like I said, there are some problems here and there, honestly, but the action is good. The story, the construct of the story is not bad at all. The way that it structures itself, the way it lays out what's happening, the ins and the outs of everything. I think this version of Batman, it's not the first time you see that Batman without wealth, but this one is not done badly at all. The action scenes are actually really well done. The art looks good. The way that the story is told from Alfred's perspective, but this is not the Alfred that we know, it's a different version of him, actually works out really well. I think the ending and encounter between the two of them actually did play out really well. The way that it does, I won't spoil it, but it shows that the way that happens, Alfred kind of garners some sort of respect for who this version of Batman is and actually likes his style. There are some improvements to be made, but overall, not a bad first issue. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like me, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.